What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, back with episode 221 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off some of the best setups to give you some ideas and inspirations for your own setup. And if you see anything you like, I'll have it all listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out. Lots of hand gestures, let's kick it off now. First, we have a stunner with a really nice and clean black and white setup highlighted by a beautiful wooden desk from IKEA, you know, the Carlby, looking super stellar. You know, I've been doing this setup show since January 2015. Yes, to all you haters out there, I was first. And I've definitely become jaded when I see good setups, but every now and then one just like this will come across and it just makes the jaw drop, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so for the stacked orientation, his primary monitor on the bottom is an Acer 27-inch, 144 Hertz, so it's gonna be great for gaming. And that top is an LG 34-inch ultra wide. Usually you see the ultra wide as the primary here, but in this case, it's reversed. They got the extra real estate up top. Down to the peripherals, like I said, a really nice job of going all black and white here, even some custom modding. So we have the SteelSeries Apex 7 keyboard with some HyperX pudding keycaps, and the SteelSeries Rival 600 in a nice custom white colorway on the SteelSeries XL RGB Prism mousepad. I can't tell, but it may be a skin on the mouse to kind of give it that white look, but either way, it just fits in perfect. Also for his headset, you can see underneath is the Corsair Virtuoso RGB wireless. And then over to the PC, looking as nice as you'd expect with a setup like this, a beautiful build in the NZXT H510 Elite inside the Intel i9 9900K CPU with the NZXT Kraken X62 AIO. Got some white braided on that as well. 64 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro RAM and a vertically mounted Gigabyte RTX 2080 Super. Just, this is perfect. This is a perfect PC. And hell, I'd even say this is a perfect setup because when you look at it, there's really nothing I would change. You've got the plants, you got the nice, you know, contrast here with the black and white, and even complementing the plants is the wooden desktop. It's just super clean, super nice, +1 for the pupper. I really have no complaints here. So I gotta say, this kicking off the show, very, very strong. Good stuff, 100%. Next up, we have Jaafar with this crazy, pretty much console entertainment setup, judging by, you know, the massive TV in the room. But when you think of, you know, just the word or the phrase, you know, a gaming setup, whatever, this has got it all. It's got the figures, the collectibles, the posters, everything. So this TV is a Samsung QLED 4K. It is 65 inches from their Q series. And you can see in the media center all the consoles he has, the PlayStation kind of logo there set up, and for a peek into the collectible cabinets on display, just some really cool stuff. Star Wars, helmets, Iron Man, this is dope. But also across the room, he still has his own desk setup, as you can see. This one more so for productivity because it's all powered by a MacBook Pro. But for the actual gear here, you have a 27-inch Lenovo monitor with an iClever BK10 wireless keyboard, Logitech G602 wireless mouse, and also the Razer Kraken Pro V2, which is over by the TV, which is chilling on the Deadpool head. So this is a gaming room done right. The helmets, the collectibles, the massive, massive TV, got the consoles and stuff, kicking back on the couch, chilling, playing some games. The RGB lamps, head to toe, this one's got it all. Next up is Max with the triple monitor gaming setup, but not in the traditional sense like you'd think. Here we have the stacked two, plus a vertically mounted on the left side setup. So definitely, you know, not orthodox by any means, but it's gonna work for him. Obviously, if it didn't work, you wouldn't have this orientation. Max did say this was for both gaming and, you know, video production work, so you could split it between both. And for the displays, that top one is a 27-inch from HP, and the vertical one and the bottom one is a 27-inch from Philips. I will say, Max, it'd be really great if you could possibly, you know, have them push together a little bit more so there's not as many gaps. And a little pro tip, if you flip your top monitor, see bezels on the top end, they'll have a more seamless approach for the top and bottom monitor. But now checking out the peripherals on the extended mouse pad from HyperX, we have the HyperX Alloy Core RGB keyboard with Logitech G502 SE mouse, which looks pretty nice. I dig their black and white colorway. That one's for gaming, but for productivity, he also has the Logitech MX Master Mouse, and then the Audio-Technica ATH M40X headphones you could see chilling right there. Yes, headphones chill. Then this is the only PC photo we have, so inside the Ryzen 7 1700X with a Cooler Master Master Liquid 120A AIO, 32 gigs of G-Skill Trident Z RGB RAM on the ROG Strix B350F from Asus, and an MSI RTX 2060 Super GPU. And then a shot of the really nice entertainment section with a 55-inch 4K Fire TV from Insignia. I like how it's, mounted above that sort of like floating entertainment console. Got the actual Xbox One there, some games. Really great job with cable management. You can see it's routed through the wall, but the floating approach is really clean. So good stuff, Max. I'm really digging the moody kind of approach here with the dark walls, the wooden shelves with some collectibles and stuff. Then to kind of brighten it up, you have the white desk, the white PC, nice old lamp. Good stuff, good stuff. Next, we have Twinskunk. Remember what I said for the first setup? Every now and then one will come across and just drop the jaw. Yeah, this one, hot damn. It's perfect. Perfect. I love the seamless blending of all the monitors lined up perfectly. The really nice, massive overhead TV. The nice spanned wallpapers. The RGB is also looking good. The plants. This is great. All right, so there's a lot going on, obviously, and checking it out, the 3 monitors on the bottom, okay? The primary is a Samsung 49-inch monitor. The left is an Acer Predator 27-inch 165Hz display. And then the one on the right is a 27-inch Acer Nitro monitor. The overhead, you're asking? Oh, no big deal. Just a 65-inch 4K TV from Sony. Yeah, NBD. Okay, so for the peripherals, his keyboard is the wireless Logitech G915 with Logitech G903 mouse. That's all an extended mouse pad from Aukey. But underneath that is the Logitech PowerPlay mat, so you can never run out of battery for the G903 mouse. And also that little mini display there, I assume is some sort of tablet, maybe like an iPad mini. Not 100% sure, but you'll see now when he kind of transforms it into a massive racing rig spanned across the bottom 3. He also has some like a little HUD on that little, let's just call it an iPad for, just for the sake of this. But man, the racing rig really transformed the whole setup. And as for his wheel, it's the Logitech G920. And for audio here, he uses the Logitech G935, as well as the Audio-Technica ATH M50X headphones. And then a look at the beast powering all of this. It's the Lian Li 011 dynamic case inside an Intel i9 9900K CPU with a Corsair H150i Pro AIO, 32 gigs of Patriot Viper Steel RAM on an Asus Hero 11 Z390 motherboard with an EVGA RTX 2080 Ti XC Ultra graphics card. Got the orange and blue color theme going on inside with the peripheral lighting and the fans. Damn it, I got an email. Almost made it an entire episode without an interruption. All right, so another wide shot at the room. You can see all the soundproofing foam going on and even the VR setup here. So it could, not have any cables hanging down or rigged up on the wall. And just check out the cable management as well. Underneath this beautiful desk, it is all super organized, compact. Man, you gotta give it to Twinskunk here. This is a setup for the books. And as you've seen in these shots, he changes up the wallpaper every now and then, and it completely spans across all 4 of the displays. And even color matches to the RGB going on. Man, gimme. And then last but definitely not least is the Gengar setup, going all purple for the color theme. Even a shout out to A Day to Remember in the wallpaper. That's a good throwback to my good old high school days when I was a young boy. Time's flying, it's not a cliche. Pretty soon you'll wake up and your back will just be hurting 24/7. But that is not to take away from the fact that Gengar is a probably like top 5 Pokemon of all time. Comment down below which your favorite Pokemon is. Mine's probably Onix, but Gengar is a close second. But the setup here is what matters, okay? And it's looking like a really, I can't even like tell if it's like a studio or what it is, but with the wood all around, it's looking really killer. The single monitor here is an Asus Ultrawide. It is a 34-inch 120Hz display. And for the peripherals, we have the Rock Lamang Pro keyboard with some custom keycaps, the Corsair Dark Core RGB SE mouse on a custom mouse pad, but again with the keycap color, and the mouse pad itself is blending in with that purple color theme. And for audio, you can see on the desktop, we have the Sony SA-TSS1 speakers, as well as the Sennheiser GSP 600 headset, powered by the Sennheiser GSX 1000 DAC. But with the lights on now, we can check out the PC. Over to the Cooler Master C700P case is an Intel i7 8700K CPU with the NZXT X72 AIO. Got 32 gigs of G-Skill Trident Z RGB RAM on an Asus Maximus X Formula motherboard, and then Asus Strix 2070 graphics card. Got the purple and blue color theme on the inside with the hardware and the fans. And just realizing now that I guess it's not a Gengar theme setup like I mentioned earlier, there was just that print above it, but yeah, I dubbed it that. But again, like I said earlier, I don't know what kind of room this is, if it's like a studio or what, but it is gorgeous with all the wood, it's all the RGB in the ceiling, got like the steel beam and stuff in the back. If this is just like in your house, dude, then you are killing it, because this is awesome. I am 100% on board with this. Only thing you need is my Gengar NK65 entry build that I did a few weeks ago on the channel. Shameless plug. But hey, I'm the captain of this ship. And you can be the captain of your very own Elgato Wave 3 microphone for gaming or streaming, because this episode is sponsored by Elgato. If you want to check out my full review, I dropped it a few weeks ago on the channel, but it is a killer setup if you're looking to get into live streaming, voiceovers, podcasts, anything like that. It has built-in controls for gain, monitoring, as well as mixing your audio, and a touch-sensitive mute button, and their Wavelength software is going to make your mixing audio a breeze. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link for you in the description down below. Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 221. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget, if you saw anything you like in this episode, I'll have all the gear and hardware listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out, as well as some very simple instructions on how to submit your setup if you would be possibly considered to be on a future episode of Room Tour Project. Check the description down below for it all. But if you like this episode, give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And last, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day.